Hey, Cancer, intuitive soul coach here with your May 2023 bonus reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings, Cancer, so please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links in the description box below. All right, so Cancer, there have been a lot of cards on reflecting, and it makes perfect sense because we are still going through Mercury retrograde until around the 14th or so of May. And your final card here is actually, or one of your final cards, you have Think It Through. And I feel like every sign has received something along the lines of reevaluating, replenishing, thinking things through. Am I on the right path? Am I aligned with what it is that I want to see manifesting in my world? So it wouldn't surprise me to see a few more of those cards showing up here for you. All right. Okay, forgiveness is here as well, Cancer. So there could be forgiveness showing up, especially as we navigate through the first couple of weeks of May. That retrograde could bring in past experiences, past traumas. It could even be family dynamics or relationship triggers that show up for you to heal, mend, and forgive once and for all. So this is a really powerful time. Now, starting off here, Cancer, you have this Gemini energy, and we will clarify the cards as well, but we're going to take a look and see what you don't see coming and how those energies can help you move forward. And then lastly, we'll take a look and get a message from the Mystical Shaman Oracle. But with this Gemini energy showing up for you, Cancer, this is about you speaking your world into being. It is about you paying attention to your self-talk. I feel this huge shift taking place within that heart chakra. And as I was shuffling your cards, they were showing me a big rainbow. So I'm getting a lot of messages from the rainbow here. Now, a few things. First and foremost, some of you may have recently went through a storm, whether that storm was a tower moment, or it could have been a big change or a shakeup in your world, or you've just felt like it's been a challenge for you. When I see the rainbow, it is that light at the end of the storm, right? Or at the end of the rainbow. It is about heading towards calmer waters. It is about things feeling more smooth and less chaotic, feeling more flow instead of more resistance. Now, I'm also getting here this energy of the chakras showing up with the rainbow as well. Some of you may be chakra healers, or you may be working on healing or even doing meditations that have to do with going inward to the chakra systems. And then lastly here, some of you may be looking at adding more color to your life. Maybe it's within the way you dress. It could be adding color to your hair, and it could be also adding color to a wall or a logo or a business idea as well. So splashing it up in the month of May, I feel like you are making a big splash. And this is the time for you to push through any of those insecurities, Cancer. It's a time for you to open up, stay compassionate, stay humble, and stay true to your soul's path and soul's journey. Pay attention to your words in the month of May. We should always pay attention to our words as they create our reality. However, I do feel like you are a manifester this month, so it wouldn't surprise me to see that Magician card showing up in your reading. I'm also sensing here the Six of Swords moving towards calmer waters. I also feel here a little bit of love. So we may see the Lovers or even the Two of Cups because there's connection, companionship, friendships. It doesn't have to be intimate love. If you're looking for that, or if you're looking to rekindle though, I do feel like there could be some important, sometimes difficult conversations to have with those people around you. But remember, beautiful Cancerians, you can do hard things. Now below this, you have Sagittarius, and it says, see the big picture. Yeah, this is about being able to see things from a point of neutrality versus duality. Now, neutrality is when you can look at something without bias, when you're able to see that there are two sides to every situation, but neither side is necessarily good or bad. It's just part of the experience. And when you're able to see your life for what it is, the good and the bad, and you're able to blend that together and know that that's what's made you who you are today, I feel like you're able to take a look at both approaches showing up here, and it's going to give you a brand new perspective. We may even see that hanged man showing up for you in your reading, which has been coming up for a few other signs as well. But seeing the big picture of a situation is going to allow you to open up to more opportunities, to say yes to more things that liberate you, that fulfill you, and that bring you joy and happiness. Now in the middle, you have Leo energy here, and I feel like so many other signs have received this one as well. And this is all about being humble, because we can see a lot of shifts happening. We're already seeing these shifts happening externally within our world, within our government, and within, politics and all that. We'll keep that out of the reading here, but I do feel that regardless of the change and the shifts that are taking place, you're staying humble. You're staying true to you. And one thing I always say, and I've said this in the other readings where this card came up as well, is we can choose to either become bitter or better. We can let those past experiences define us in a negative way, or we can let them be our greatest teachers, and we can see them for what they are: growth opportunities, experiences that we chose to have here prior to incarnating into life in order for our soul to evolve. And you're staying humble here. And so many times we see people stooping to the level of another person or another energy, right? We may lower our frequencies or our vibrations out of trauma, out of fear, out of insecurities, out of pain. But I feel like you're rising above all that, Cancer. Yes, you may have been wounded along the way. I'm getting that some of you have either been bullied, you've been harassed, or you have been in situations where people were just downright rude, mean, or condescending here. But you're staying humble with who you are, and that's a really good feature to embrace, right? That staying humble and staying true and staying within your own integrity, because that ultimately is really showing here emotional maturity. So pat yourself on the back, Cancer. And if that's something you struggle with, I feel like what you don't see coming is how you deal with or interact with a situation where maybe in the past you wouldn't have responded in that same manner. Maybe there wasn't enough maturity, or there wasn't enough growth, or you weren't vibing at the level that you are now, and you're handling something in a brand new way, and you're actually quite proud of yourself here, Cancer. I am as well. Pat yourself on the back. You deserve this win. You deserve to know that you're this magnificent soul that is having these human experiences. And when you're able to see it from this higher point of view, the world really, you shift it, right? You're able to speak what you want into the world. You're able to work with your guides in the universe, the law of attraction, to manifest things in your life. Practice gratitude. And you have these two showing up together, basically in the same dynamic, the same pile. So not only are you staying humble, this is about you keeping and holding that attitude of gratitude. Even through the loss, even through the pain, even from the challenges, you're saying, I'm grateful that I have maybe this body, or I'm grateful I have a home or a bed or water or food on the table, whatever it is for you. It can be something that sometimes we tend to overlook. It can be friends, it could be family, it could be your career, but there's this energy of so much gratitude for what you have here, and that's what's keeping you humble. I love it. Now you have this Gemini energy of thinking it through. And again, everyone has received this card, because this is a time to really think things through. Instead of going with what someone else thinks, what we've been doing for so long, this is about you breaking free from that matrix, or breaking free. And this is time for you, my beautiful Cancerians, to speak your world into being. This is about you doing what is right for you, not just saying this is what Cancer needs to do and going along with it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being, a follower as well. But I do feel like there is a certain area of your life that is calling you to step up and take the lead, right? And this is about you thinking your next steps through, whether it's taking a vacation, how can you move forward? It could be saving for a home. It could be your career and financial security. It could certainly be relationships. Where is there reciprocity, and what is slacking, and what do I need to do to set a healthier boundary for myself and for others? I'm also sensing that some of you are thinking about the way that you parent, if you are a parent, or the way that you have been parented by your own parents as well. Please take that as it resonates. I'm also getting here, and gosh, I haven't even used this word for quite some time, so I love it. They're giving me caravan. Now, I don't know if that is used maybe in a different country more so. I know I usually say camper, maybe caravan is the same thing. I'm not quite sure, but I feel that some of you may be traveling or maybe contemplating, maybe purchasing a caravan or living from anywhere from in the world, traveling more or working remotely as well. So you're definitely thinking the big things through at this time. And I really love these cards. I mean, you don't have, besides this forgiveness, this can be judgment energy as well. So besides this, it looks to be a really powerful month for you. And I would even embrace this forgiveness here. And I shouldn't have said besides this, because this is your fellow water sign here, Cancer. This is what is the key is to move forward is forgiveness. So what you don't see coming is that you are either giving a forgiving, compassionate review of the past, hence the judgment that I'm seeing here, or someone may be forgiving you as well. So either or, take it as it resonates. I do feel like there is truth. There's truth here showing up in the month of May, and it may take you by surprise. It may be something, again, that's unexpected, but I feel it's going to allow you to move forward. And what is it going to allow you to move forward into here? Your final card is this Libran energy of knowing that you are loved, Cancer, because you come from love. You are love. You are source energy. And what happens is we just break a part of source to have an individual human experience, but it doesn't mean that we're no longer source or we no longer have that connection. We just kind of break off for a little bit here on earth to have these individual experience, to come back to source when we're done, and we keep doing it, right, for the evolution of our souls. And this is all about you knowing that you're loved, feeling the support and love around you. There could be more friendships, new friendships I'm getting as well, new love. There could be a family member as well. You may want to check out the love and family reading for May if you haven't already, Cancer, because I do feel that there is someone that you may have had a falling out with that was in a family dynamic or a close friendship or a part of your soul tribe, but I feel like you're seeing it from that higher perspective now. And there could be mending or forgiveness. It doesn't mean that you're coming back together in a physical, but it's something that you may have been carrying within you. Know that you are loved. Now let's dive in and let's clarify these cards. Let's take a look at this Gemini energy of speaking your world into being. How can you do this more? How can you embrace and step into that magician energy where you can speak that world into being? And what may be blocking you? Ooh, I love it. This is the Muse of Materials. So for a lot of you, this is the King of Pentacles, and this is about your physical world here on earth, the earthly realm. It's about your finances, material gains, including the losses that you've had as well, because that's what you're thinking through. What losses have I experienced? How can I learn from that loss? Because on the way towards success, we fail. It's inevitable. That is part of the growth opportunity. I don't use the word failure very often. I like to interchange the word with a teacher. I like to look at those failures as stepping stones or learning or teaching moments. And when you have this King of Pentacles showing up, this is about you climbing to the top, whether it's you climbing to the top in the corporate world, whether you are an entrepreneur. But the King of Pentacles finds out ways to work smarter, not harder. They are a very reliable leader. They focus on their pentacle. They focus on their health and their home and making the things here on earth a reality. And that's what this is all about. So if some of you may be heading towards manifesting more money in the month of May. I'm also getting here, it could be a new home. For others of you, you may be thinking about becoming either a real estate agent. I'm also getting here, or a broker, or there could be travel, because I'm still getting that caravan energy. So it could be that you work in the travel or tourism industry, Airbnb. Some of you may be influencers or vloggers that travel. You're able to do it from anywhere as well. But this King of Pentacles is some big boss energy. Now you may also be researching or studying different ways to make your money grow as well. There's so many different things out on YouTube. There's a lot of self-help books. I feel like you're diving in, but a lot of you already have this knowledge, but what you don't have knowledge for, you're either learning or you're asking, because there's this sense of, I'm going to learn. I need to be prepared in a sense, but being prepared is going to help you speak this into being here. So I love this showing up for you. All right, what do we have for the Sagittarian energy here of seeing the bigger picture? How can we help Cancer see the bigger picture in the month of May? I feel like you don't necessarily need help doing that. I feel like it may just come naturally to you here, Cancer. Oh, they're saying go one more. We'll go one more here. Thank you, Spirit. All right, what do we have? Two of Cups. There's that Two of Cups energy that was coming up earlier. I think we had mentioned either the Lovers or the Two of Cups. This is all about you being able to come together and see a situation for what it was, whether there was some sort of disconnect in the past, or some of you are taking a step back and you're reflecting and reevaluating and saying, is this connection, this partnership, or this attachment, is it worth it to me with the Seven of Pentacles? And if it's not, I feel like you are pivoting. You are, as I love to say, course correcting. You're getting yourself back on course with how to become truly in alignment with what you want and what you desire and what you're trying to manifest in the physical world, which could be a job, money, career. It can be anything, of course, but you're reevaluating and you're really taking this time to see it from a higher angle instead of being stuck. Sometimes when you're right in the middle of a situation, whether it's a relationship that's been difficult or whether it's a job, sometimes in order for us to regain a sense of clarity, we need to step away from that scenario or that energy, whether it's you stepping away and taking maybe a little bit of a vacation, some downtime, as I like to call them, mental health days, spiritual days. Just step outside of the energy so you have a new perspective. There's that hangman that I was sensing, and you're saying, is this working for me? Am I still in alignment with my soul's purpose? Do I want to experience something new or something different, or do I want to keep on going because it's working for me? So that's really what you're asking yourself at this time. But there could be some attachments that you have formed along the way that you may be severing or cutting and saying, you know, I've already learned what I could, or that's not helping, and you may be making room for new opportunities to grow. Let's take a look at this middle energy here of gratitude and humble. What do we have here for you staying in your energy of gratitude and staying humble? I should ask here, what are the gifts that are coming from you being in this energy of staying humble and grateful? What do we have? Page of Inspiration. I love it. The more that you open yourself up, the more that you keep that beautiful inner child wide open, the more that you connect with other like-minded souls. You have the Page of Inspiration, which is the Page of Wands, and you have the Three of Pentacles, which in this deck is the Three of Materials. So this Page of Inspiration, I absolutely love this because remember what we just said earlier? We said rainbow. You may be switching up the color of your hair. I mean, some of you literally are adding either red or blue or something to your hair. I also feel that there's this energy here of curiosity, of enthusiasm. This is about you moving forward, and you may even be receiving a new message about a career, a project, a course of study, or travel as well. And I feel like that's a gift coming in here, is some sort of message that's going to bring a lot of happiness, but stay humble along the way. Don't forget how you got there is what I'm getting here. And you got there from teamwork, from others, right? As I always say on this channel, if it weren't for you wonderful viewers and those being part of this intuitive soul tribe, I wouldn't be here today. So be sure that you give gratitude for those that have helped you succeed along the way, but also those that have been a challenge. Be grateful for every one of those people along your journey, even the people that maybe didn't believe in you, even the people that may have sabotaged at times, or it felt like you've really had to go through a difficult time. But know that everything that you've gone through, the good, the bad, the ugly, as I always say, got you to exactly where you are and exactly where you're meant to be. So some good news coming in here for you, and you're staying humble and staying in this energy of gratitude. So that's what you don't see coming, is some news, page of inspiration, some news that's going to inspire you and allow you to move forward on your journey. Actually, let's keep those there. All right, let's take a look at this Gemini energy here and see what it is that you've been thinking about. What's on your mind, Cancer? Whew. Oh my gosh, this has happened with every single sign, I feel like. If you have Gemini in your chart or Taurus, you may want to check those out, because literally this same exact card, it may have been Gemini's reading, and this is actually Gemini. Same card, think it through. There was also a huge pile of cards, not just the typical one or two that fly out, but a big pile flew out. So a lot of you are using this retrograde period to reflect. You have a lot on your mind. Let's take a look at what this is for you. Same cards we're receiving as well. I'm loving this. So we definitely see a common denominator between the energies in the month of May. You're leaving behind something here. You're walking towards your wish fulfillment. But in order to do that, there's something here that you may be saying goodbye to. Now, it could be bittersweet for some of you. Maybe you've been in a job that you've done for 20 years, but it may be time to move to the next thing, right? It could be a relationship that you've been in for quite some time, and now you may have graduated within that relationship, and it's time to move on to a new chapter of your life. That's kind of what I'm getting here for a lot of you, is there's this next chapter to embrace, and there's excitement here. There's enthusiasm here with this page of inspiration. You have the Queen of Inspiration, Queen of Wands, beautiful energy here. And this Queen of Wands, she inspires others to live their best lives. She is a strong, confident, creative, possibly entrepreneur, or someone who works in, it could be an office environment or customer service. She's excellent at multitasking, and she's just creative and loves to be in the energy of others. Even though you may enjoy your downtime, I feel like you definitely are bold and wise and attractive, and a lot of people love being around you, Cancer. You hold this vibration here of happiness and abundance and success, and other people love being in your company. So what are you thinking through at this time? I feel like you are thinking of how to fully move forward here with this King of Swords. This literally is Gemini energy, and I can't believe this. Even though I've been doing this almost my whole life, Spirit still surprises me all the time. I love it. But this page of voices is Gemini energy, and I feel like this card was the exact same one in the last reading as well. But this King of Swords is very intelligent. This is someone who is intellectual. They're very experienced, very wise. So some of you may even be working with a Gemini or someone who embraces this King of Swords energy. It could be someone in the law. It could be a police officer, journalist, a teacher, a mentor, someone who also advises you on how to move forward. Or this could be a close friend of yours. It could be even a father, someone who's going to give you straight, clear advice. And I feel like you are going to take it here. Page of Cups, and the advice may be on how to open yourself up to this compassion, right? This could also be you forgiving a King of Swords energy as well, because something has been long time coming. Temperance is a powerful card about moderating. It's about compromise. It's about blending those energies and forgiving as well, which you do have here. So I feel like there could be forgiveness here, and there could be a total transformation within a relationship or within yourself, because you have the Death card showing up. And when the Death card shows up, this is a time of an ending, Cancer. This is a rebirth, a spiritual growth. So don't resist the change. That's the message here. And you may be thinking finally about how to move forward instead of staying stuck in that energy. And that's what's really on your mind. How do I move forward? How do I get myself up out of this cocoon that I feel stuck and sticky and challenged to grow and to evolve in, right? We rarely grow within our comfort zones. It's usually something that comes in and shakes us to the core, shakes us on a soul level and says it's time to embrace change. Or it shows up out of the blue, Wheel of Fortune moment, a Tower moment. But I feel like you've come a long way, and I've just heard here you've gone a long way too. So some of you have gone gone for a while, maybe single, or maybe you've been in a relationship. Someone's been gone for a while. It could be gone physically. There may have been a death, or I'm getting military as well. You may have been in a military background. You grew up military. You may have been an army brat, or someone who moved around a lot. But with this death energy coming in, I feel like this birth, this phoenix energy is allowing you to move forward towards your wish fulfillment. So you're definitely starting a new chapter here, one that is going to be successful. Not that the past wasn't successful, but I feel that this is more towards the path of self-love. It really is, because your final card is knowing that you're loved. So when you may have been striving in the physical, but you were wondering, why don't I feel fulfilled, right? You may have been looking outside of yourself, when what's really happening is you've been undergoing this personal transformation, Cancer, and now you're opening up this heart chakra, not just a little bit, not just 5%, not just 25%, but 100%, and you're blowing it wide open here. And this is going to allow you to feel things that you haven't felt, be more vulnerable than you've ever felt before, and to truly embrace those strengths and that beautiful light that you have within, right? That's what's happening here. And then forgive. What do we have for forgiveness coming through here? Why the forgiveness for Pisces, or excuse me, for Cancer? But it is Pisces energy. So some of you may even be forgiving of Pisces, or Pisces may be helping you forgive as well. Yeah, Two of Pentacles to create balance. That's what this forgiveness is going to do. So when you're able to stay calm with what's going on around you, when you're able to stay within your own lane and deal with the things that you can control, right? That's how you're able to create finance. Right now, there may be a little bit of could be financial stressors that you are dealing with, or just trying to balance something out in your life with this Two of Pentacles. Some of you, I'm getting, are comparing apples to oranges. And you may be saying, should I live in this area or should I live over here? And they're actually giving me a song here. And this has shown up in readings, I think a reading in the past. I don't know which one, but the song is Heads Carolina, Tails California. So it's almost like flipping that coin. Heads Carolina, that's a completely opposite direction, or, over here, California. So some of you are contemplating maybe a move, a job change. It could even be between two people. It could be health procedures, or two doctors as well, or this sort of solution or remedy or that one. So this can be the energy of weighing up the pros and cons. And I also feel when it comes to forgiveness here, you may be saying to yourself, if I stay in this energy of, maybe bitterness or this lack of mentality or this hurt or pain, it's going to close the doors to what I really want here. So you're weighing up the pros and you're saying, but if I release, or maybe this other energy is forgiving you that shows up out of the blue, there's going to be more balance. And you're also going to see the love that's coming in here, Cancer, because you have this new moon in Libra, knowing that you are loved. Let's get a final card for knowing you are loved. What do we have here for Cancer? Knight of Materials. Yeah, this Knight of Materials, this is someone maybe that was unreliable. This Knight of Pentacles here, maybe someone that was stuck in a rut. They were dealing with their own BS. They were dealing with their own healing and wounding and trauma, right? It seems like BS. It's really not. But I feel you may have thought that at times, or someone may have thought that about you. But this is a slow, steady realizing and understanding here that you may be forgiving someone because they weren't who you wanted them to be, or vice versa. Maybe you weren't who they wanted you to be. Someone may have been trying to change or shift or mold someone into being who they weren't, right? So I feel like there's this acceptance, there's this surrender here, regardless of how much we try to shift and to change. One of my favorite sayings, and I've been saying this so much, you're probably getting sick of it, but you can lead a horse to water. And look at what's on this card here, right? A horse. You can lead this horse to water, but it's up to the horse to decide if it's thirsty or if it's ready to drink. Is it dehydrated? enough. And when it gets dehydrated enough, right? When it feels like it's hit rock bottom, when the energy feels like it cannot go on without some sort of shift or change or hydrating, right? Then it makes that change. And I feel that there's some sort of forgiveness to someone who was lazy in their energy, was stuck in some sort of a repetitive habit or pattern, or just someone who was too cautious to take a risk, right? And this could even be you for not taking a risk or, feeling too cautious in the beginning here. But I feel like you are releasing restrictions that have held you back, Cancer, and you're speaking your world into being. So very powerful energy is showing up here for you. Now, last but not least, we're going to get a message from the Mystical Shaman Oracle. I love this deck, but I rarely ever use it in readings. So we're going to see what shows up here for you. I will read the invitation along with the medicine, and we're actually going to just do one card, even though you have a little pile that came out here. It's card 60. Some of you may be 60. You may be born on the 6th. You may be a life path 6 or in a 6 personal year. And I also will post the collective readings in the description box below, which include your personal year number, how to find it, and what that means for you if you haven't checked that out already. You have Vision Quest showing up here, Cancer. The invitation is this: find clarity by spending time alone in nature. If you live in a city, go for walks in the park. If you live in the country, make sure that you spend time outside in contemplation. Get off the couch, get away from the desk, and go outside. Spirit helps those who help themselves. So set your intention and ask nature for a guiding vision for your life. Now, the medicine is this: Spirit has been trying to contact you, but received no answer. You are too busy with life and there is too much noise inside your head. Do not miss the call. Again, make room for a quiet time this evening. Allow yourself to become bored for a little while and you'll be able to hear the important message trying to get through. This is a really powerful energy. It's about facing your fears and embracing your mortality and then meeting spirit face to face, right? This is about us when we feel stagnant, which can be that Knight of Pentacles. That may be us freeing and releasing our own selves, right? It can be about realizing our flaws, our potential, and the opportunities that life is offering us, Cancer. We remain on a vision quest until we find the key to open a new door or write a new chapter in our lives. That's exactly where you are at. You're ready to write a new chapter. There's this vision that you are holding. It's time to speak that world into being. It's time for you to forgive. That's that judgment energy that I was picking up on earlier about evaluating and coming up to this huge awakening. No more ignoring the call, right? It's time for you to listen to that soul's wisdom, that truth, and that heart. That's what I have for you, Cancer. I hope it resonates. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, subscribe, and hit that bell if you haven't already. Thank you so much, beautiful souls, for tuning in. Lots of love.